y'all doing today? Some of y'all is at the Fat Tuesday, the Mardi Gras. Some of y'all may be at work. I don't know where y'all will be by the time I post this video on Fat Tuesday. But it's also Black History Month. And I want to share a bit of Black history, especially with my sisters who have children, who may be single mothers or have an absent father parent. I want to tell you something that used to happen to little black babies in a time when black people were not treated so well. There was a time when little black children were used as alligator bait. They would feed the babies to the alligator. They would take a woman's child and use them as bait. And I can hear some of you right now saying, oh my God, that's horrible, that's cruel. Isn't that an inhumane and terrible thing to do to somebody? To take a child and use it as bait for something that you know is going to destroy that child. I'm letting that soak in because that's a terrible, horrible, cruel, and inhumane thing to do. But some of y'all are doing the same thing. You use your children as bait to manipulate a man, to try to control a man, because you are so bitter and you are so vindictive. And the bait is used for the show enough alligator hunter, because let me tell you something about the child support system. The more money they collect, the more federal money they get in some states. Maybe not all of them, and you can't quote me as being perfect because I'm not a child support lawyer. I don't work at the child support level, at the federal or state or local level. But I just think about that, how you use your children to bait a man into a system and then sick a system on a man that's going to destroy his life. You know, you're worse than one of them little children that if they can't have the toy, they just tear the toy up. So you use your child as alligator bait. Because see, when you use the child as alligator bait, when the child was used as alligator bait, it brought the kill in that they wanted, the alligator. It drew the alligator where they wanted it to be. But the child was sacrificed in the process. Now, you're going to get your alligator. You're going to get your child support. Some of y'all might even use it for what you're supposed to use it for, which is the child. But in the process, you sacrificing your child's life. I mean, is it that serious? Is it that serious that you can't move on with your life, that you will use child support to destroy your children in an attempt to destroy a man and ultimately destroy you? Is it worth it? I mean, don't get me wrong. People should be held accountable for their actions. And that's why I'm talking to you women, because you need to be held accountable for your actions. See, on the days that I'm not at home cooking pasta, trying to script a show, put together a website and market myself in more venues than one, when I'm trying to be a nurse, a singer, amateur playwright, and sometimes a legal nurse consultant. Yeah, I have to do all that. I got more jobs than a one-legged man in an ass-kicking contest. But that's part of taking care of me and being responsible for me, and that's what I'm challenging you to do. Now, back to what I was saying. The child support system does not benefit your child. It don't even benefit you. Now, the check might benefit you, and it might buy your child some things. But in the process, you messing up your children. Your daughter's going to be crazy because you sit up there telling them all kind of lies about how no good men are. And then your son is going to grow up to be a damn fool, because guess what? You are his first teacher about how women are supposed to be. And he's going to compare every woman to you. And he is going to deal with women from a position that he must keep them from doing to them or him what he saw you do to his dad. Alligator bait. That's what you're doing to your children. You holding your kids up like this. Come on. And you either going to bait the man to the alligator or bait the alligator to the man. Either way, your child is being torn apart, ripped apart, destroyed. That might be why so many of our children are dying in the street. Their mamas and daddies acting a fool. Their mamas acting a fool at home. And when I was a child, I always heard that no matter what kind of man your father is, you might be all right if your mama got some sense. But if your mama ain't got no damn sense, it's a wrap. And I see right now, from overhearing conversations in the grocery store, the beauty shop, sitting around at events, when I hear you women talk about how much child support you get and how you are using the child support system, not so much to get financial benefits for your child, but to aggravate and destroy a man's life. That's a terrible thing. You evil. You low down. And the sad thing about it is, you don't even realize how much of a prisoner you are to your own self. Because if you don't let him move on, you can't move on. You want to talk about you can't get a good man? When a man overhear you holding conversations like that, he know he better run like he on fire. I mean, seriously. I'm no psychologist. I'm no lawyer. And maybe what I'm saying doesn't really make sense to those of you who have all those degrees and have achieved all those academic accolades. But what I'm telling you, women, is please think about what you're doing. If it is at all possible for you to make some type of peace with yourself first, make peace with your children's father, and y'all try to co-parent like somebody with some sense. Because if y'all can't roll together as parents, maybe y'all can ride together to the cemetery, to the penitentiary, to the insane asylum, or somewhere wherever your child may be, because you helped and put them there with this foolishness. I don't know what else to say. But I've seen a lot of good, decent men destroyed by some evil, vindictive women. And yes, I've seen some deadbeat men not take care of their children. But this ain't about the men right now, ladies. This is about you. Is it that serious? Is that extra $150 or $200 a month worth your children growing up being broken people? Because see, it's some things you breaking, baby, you ain't going to be able to put back together. I see these children being destroyed, and it makes me think about that nursery rhyme. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Come to think about it, that's what happened to these men. These men get destroyed. Some of them can't get a driver's license, so they can't go to work to pay the child support. Some of them can't even leave the country and miss out on other opportunities. Their credit is bad. I don't understand. It's a vicious, ugly cycle. You destroy the man so he can't provide for his children, and then you talk trash when he doesn't. And it ain't helping nobody but the lawyers and the people down at the court system. All I'm saying is this. You're responsible for how you react to a situation. You're responsible for your part in creating the situation. And if truth be told, a lot of y'all got children by men who didn't want to be daddies no way. You didn't tell that man you was pregnant or trying to get pregnant, and you did not really take into consideration how he felt before you had the child. Hell, I worked as a nurse all these years, and we can't even do a procedure in the hospital on somebody without informed consent. And some of y'all done made these men daddies that didn't want to be and got mad because they didn't stay with you. That's what's wrong with you, you're mad. Anyway, I know y'all got other things to do. And I got other things to do because I got to put this meat sauce on and hurry up and get on out of this kitchen so I can hurry up and bring something I'm working on to y'all. In the meantime, if you're mad, I don't care, because it's the truth. Stop using your children as alligator bait, because even if you catch the alligator, baby, you destroyed your child. Bye.